Hello! Happy spring! I hope everybody's having a great spring so far. So today I am going to plant my potatoes. I already have the beds prepped and ready to go. And I live in I live in Michigan. So I'll go over the potatoes that I'm going to grow. I'm doing a superior potato. There we go, right there. And I'm going to do a red Norland, right there. A russet Norfolk, first time ever growing this potato. And the blue potato, first time at blue purple potato, first time ever growing that one. And the Yukon Gold, which I grow those every year. They're one of my favorites. And let's see, red Pontiac, which I grow those every year too as well. And my Kennebecks, which I grow those every year. Those are usually the three that I go, but I added the other ones this year to see how it goes. I already have the beds prepped and ready to go, so let's go outside. Those are the tulip bulbs I planted last year for the first time. They're going to be pretty pink ones. Super excited about that. And that's my dog. She's a Weimaraner. Say hi, Bridgie. We're going to go over and sneak over and look at my garlic bread real quick. I have 100 cloves of garlic planted in there, and it's looking fabulous. Super excited, all that garlic goodness. Excited for this kind. It's a nice big bulb. I think it was called like Dugan, or I'd have to go back and look at my receipt. Yep. Super excited. What I have amended all my beds with this year is compost. There's quite a few inches actually in there this year because our beds were getting low. I put some garden tone and some soil acidifier just in the potato bed because potatoes like more of an acidic soil, and we have a pretty high pH from the dirt and the water that we put in the garden. And I also put alfalfa meal and gypsum. I always put that in all my beds. So first I'm going to figure out exactly where I'm going to put them because I really didn't count. I really didn't pay any attention when I was at the store when I went and bought them. I buy the potatoes from a local feed and seed store, and they sell seeds and they'll start onion sets and starts and everything like that, and that's where I got them from. So I need to figure out how I'm going to set these up. Let's see. Russet, I think this one. What I like to try to do is the earlier potatoes, I like to kind of group them all together at one side and then work this way with the later maturing varieties, because I turn this bed into broccoli for a fall crop. So it works out pretty good when you can get them to mature at the same time and free up the bed at the same time. So we got a superior, which I've never grown this one. Let's just put this one there. Well, let's flip these there and there. I think, they're saying this is an early season, the blue potatoes. What do we got here? The red Pontiac, kind of a mid to later. And then the Yukon Golds are definitely an early variety. And the Kennebecks are later. And then these red Northernlands, first time I've ever grown them. I'm pretty positive those are an early one as well. So, normally I think last year I put 4 wide. This is a 3-foot bed. I've got it amended pretty good, so I can put them pretty close together. I don't need to separate them as far as you would if you didn't have a really nutritious bed. So I'm just going to lay them out and then figure out what I'm going to do from there. I think I'm going to do them 5 wide in the beds this year. All right, there we go. I think this is how I'm going to space them, which I know they're a little bit close, but when you only will have limited room, you got to do what you got to do. We're going to see. Like I said, last year I did them 4, and I thought last year I could fit 1 more, so I'm going to do 5. I have a couple left over that I'm going to put in pots up on the deck to see how well that goes. So let's get digging the holes. All right. So, when you plant potatoes, you plant them at least 6 inches deep. And I know it's about the size of my shovel here. So, I just plant a hole, pretty loose soil. I know some people do long trenches. I really don't like to disturb the soil any more than I have to. So, go about the depth of my shovel here, and I plant it, and I try to do it so the chits are kind of facing up, but they're coming out both sides. So what I'll probably do is put it flat in there. And this first variety was the Kennebec, which is a really good potato. There's nothing, well, I shouldn't say there's nothing like a fresh potato. Everything fresh from the garden is the best. Definitely way better homegrown. Okay, so I'm all done planting the potatoes, but now we're going to go for a walk, and I'm going to go get my straw. I like to try to mulch all my beds with either straw or leaves. So, oh, might get a little dark here for a minute. I got my straw. I live on a 1/4 acre in the city. Well, suburban area. Not in big city. But still, I live in a little city on a 1/4 acre lot. And my garden, here, I will show you. This is the main garden. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 7-foot by 3-foot in the middle. And then I've got my cucumber trellis back here. And then I've got my long tomato bed that's there. Over there, I plant things as well. Underneath that fleece over there, I've got some cold weather crops. And then we do a lot of pots up on the deck. And I do my green beans over there I have cold weather crops underneath that fleece. And then we also do things that are in the far back. But yeah, this is my lot. It's starting to get dark out, evening hours. So now that I have all my potatoes, I'm just going to go ahead and put a layer of straw on top of it. I know some people do the Ruth Stout method, and I know they've been really successful with it. But I have yet to try it. I'm kind of scared. I know I shouldn't be. But you know, when you change the way you do things, it's always scary. But I put the straw on top, so it kind of gives it that little bit of effect. Alright, looks like she's ready to go. So I have 4 potatoes left over. I'm going to take them and throw them in fabric pots and put them up on my deck. I've actually never grown potatoes in fabric pots before, so I'm super excited to try it. Hopefully it turns out. I cannot wait to eat homegrown fresh potatoes. If you've never had them, I highly suggest you plant your own potatoes. They're wonderful. I make homemade French fries for the family and they absolutely love them. And happy spring, everybody. And let's kick off the 2021 growing season and see what we get this year.